No one will love you fully until you accept all that you are. Carl Jung. Have you ever noticed that some women, no matter their age, carry a natural magnetism that's hard to explain? They might not be the youngest in the room, and they don't always fit society's narrow definition of perfect beauty. Yet there's something about them, something that makes men stare, lean closer, and pursue them with surprising determination. It's not luck, and it's not random. It comes from specific habits they've developed and refined behaviors that make them irresistibly captivating. Because true attraction isn't just about looks. The deepest kind of charm doesn't come from makeup or designer clothes. It's in the way you carry yourself, the energy you bring into a room, and the quiet confidence you radiate without even trying. And in this video, we'll uncover 6 powerful behaviors that can make any woman unforgettable. If you start practicing them, you'll notice the change almost instantly. You'll see men looking at you differently, seeking you out more often, and being drawn to you in ways you may never have experienced before. Stay with me until the end, because behavior number 6 is the most powerful of them all. Most women don't even realize it exists, but once you apply it, everything begins to shift. So what makes a woman truly magnetic? Many people think it's youth or physical perfection. But the truth is, it's not. A mature woman can be far more fascinating than someone younger, because she carries something only experience can create: self-assurance. She doesn't question her worth. She doesn't need constant reassurance. She knows exactly who she is. And that certainty is magnetic. Her life has taught her what she wants, and just as importantly, what she never tolerate again. That makes her more selective, less dependent, and far more intriguing. She carries herself with elegance and a touch of mystery. She doesn't reveal everything all at once, and that sense of mystery keeps the spark alive. Here's the real secret: men aren't pulled in only by appearances. What truly draws them is the kind of energy a woman radiates. Think about it. Why do some women, even without fitting every beauty standard, still command attention in a room? It's because they radiate presence. They move, speak, and carry themselves in a way that naturally captivates. When a woman masters this, men can't help but be drawn toward her. Her very presence becomes magnetic. She doesn't need to demand attention, her energy already does the work. And the best part? This has nothing to do with luck or genetics. It's the result of behaviors any woman can learn. Now that you understand the power you can cultivate, let's move into the first behavior that instantly makes men see you differently. Behavior number 1. Confidence speaks before makeup. Before people notice your clothes, your hairstyle, or even your makeup, they pick up on your confidence. And nothing is more attractive than a woman who feels secure in herself. Confidence shows in how you walk, how you speak, and how you hold yourself. A confident woman doesn't beg for attention, she naturally commands it. She doesn't ask for permission to stand out, she simply does. Picture walking into a room and noticing 2 women. One is conventionally beautiful, but she slouches, avoids eye contact, and looks uncomfortable in her own skin. The other may not fit every beauty standard, but she walks tall, chin lifted, posture strong, and eyes steady with confidence. Which one do you think turns more heads? Confidence is magnetic. And here's the truth: you don't have to be born with it. It's a skill you can build. Even research backs this up. People with higher self-confidence are consistently rated as more attractive, even when they don't match traditional beauty standards. Why? Because confidence sends a clear, undeniable signal. I know my worth. I know what I want. I don't need anyone's approval. Men don't just notice that energy, they feel it. And it makes them want to be close to you. So how do you build it? Start with your posture. Stand tall. Keep your shoulders back and lift your head high. Your body language reflects how you see yourself. Slouching signals insecurity, while moving with strength signals confidence. Next, slow down when you speak. Confident women don't rush, over-explain, or fill silence with nervous chatter. Their words are steady, calm, and deliberate. And silence? It doesn't scare them, it works in their favor. And finally, don't be afraid to take up space. In a meeting, in a conversation, or when walking into a room, let your presence be felt without apologizing for it. The way you show up tells the world how to treat you. Now let's move into the second behavior, one that amplifies your magnetism in ways most women completely overlook. Behavior number 2. A woman who doesn't cling controls the dynamic. Desire thrives on a little uncertainty. Have you noticed that when you stop being constantly available, men suddenly try harder to reach you? That's not luck, it's psychology. A captivating woman doesn't beg for attention. She isn't overly intense, and she doesn't base her worth on how quickly someone replies to a text. Her value isn't defined by male approval. The women who inspire pursuit are never the ones who chase. They're the ones who create space for men to pursue them. Why does this work? Because people value what feels rare, not what feels guaranteed. If a man knows you'll always be there, no matter how he treats you, his interest fades. Think about it. Haven't you noticed how a man suddenly becomes more attentive the moment you stop being so available? He starts calling more, noticing details, and putting in effort he wasn't giving before. Why? Because certainty kills desire. Uncertainty fuels it. Men enjoy the challenge, the mystery, the effort it takes to earn your time. And here's the key. When a woman doesn't cling, she holds the power. So how do you use this? First, don't always be available. If your time is too easy to get, it won't be valued. Give him space to wonder, to reach out, and to earn you. Second, keep living your own life. Don't shape your entire world around whether he texted or called. Stay focused on your passions, your goals, and the things that bring you joy. Learn to truly enjoy your own company. A woman who can be alone radiates independence, and independence is deeply attractive. And remember, detachment doesn't mean being cold or uninterested. It means you respect yourself enough not to beg for someone's attention. And that without question makes you magnetic. In the next behavior, you'll discover another powerful trait that the most captivating women practice almost effortlessly. Behavior number 3. A style that reflects your personal power. Visual appeal does matter, but not in the way most people assume. Many women believe that to be captivating, they need to follow every new trend, wear expensive designer pieces, or conform to traditional beauty standards. But nothing could be further from the truth. What truly makes you stand out isn't the label on your clothes, but the way you wear them. A woman with a clearly defined style radiates self-assurance and inner strength. She doesn't chase fleeting fashion trends. She chooses what feels authentic, powerful, and aligned with her essence. Her presence leaves a lasting impression because her outer image reflects the energy she carries within. Think about it. When you walk into a room and notice a woman who moves with confidence, elegantly put together, with a look that is uniquely her own, she instantly captures your attention. And psychology backs this up. Studies show that people rate others as more attractive not only for their physical traits, but for how confidently they present themselves to the world. A woman with her own style often outshines someone with flawless features who lacks self-assurance. And here's the secret. It's not about looking like anyone else. It's about amplifying what already makes you extraordinary. So how do you create a style that makes you unforgettable? First, choose clothing that highlights your best features. Not every cut or fabric flatters everyone, so discover what works for your body and enhances your essence. For example, if you have curves, dresses that cinch at the waist can emphasize them beautifully. If you're tall and slender, flowing silhouettes can add balance and grace. Second, understand the energy of colors. Every shade projects a different mood and communicates something unique about you. Red, passion and power, perfect when you want to command attention. Black, sophistication and mystery, timeless and elegant. White, peace and serenity, projecting trust and simplicity. Navy blue, intelligence and authority, excellent for leadership moments. Earth tones, warmth and approachability, creating instant trust. Third, keep your hairstyle and makeup focused on enhancing your natural beauty instead of hiding it. You don't need heavy makeup or overdone hair to stand out. Aim to highlight what makes you authentically radiant. Simple touches can have a powerful impact. Red lips for an instant touch of sensuality. Glowing, well-cared-for skin instead of heavy foundation. A flattering haircut that frames your face. A signature fragrance that becomes your invisible trademark. Never underestimate the power of scent. Smell is deeply connected to memory and emotions. A unique fragrance can make you unforgettable long after you've left the room. Choose one that reflects your essence, floral, woody, sweet, or fresh, as long as it makes you feel empowered every time you wear it. Remember, magnetism isn't about beauty alone. It's about presence. A woman who masters her personal style feels powerful, and that energy makes her captivating. Now let's move on to the next key behavior. Behavior number 4, a feminine energy that magnetizes. Feminine energy is at the very heart of attraction. But let's be clear, it has nothing to do with weakness, submission, or dependence. In fact, it's the exact opposite. Feminine energy is the ability to influence without forcing, to receive without demanding, and to attract without chasing. It's the quiet confidence that what you desire will come to you without pressure or control. It's the art of inspiring curiosity while staying true to yourself. And it's the magic that makes men want to move closer without you ever needing to ask. The mistake many women make is believing they must adopt a masculine approach to be attractive, taking control of everything, making all the moves, constantly pursuing. But when you take too much initiative, the other person loses the desire to pursue you. When you impose yourself, you leave no room for curiosity or mystery. And when you try to control every outcome, you smother your natural magnetism. On the other hand, when you learn to embody balanced feminine energy, you create a presence that is elegant, alluring, and deeply captivating. Think about those women who, no matter their age, capture attention the instant they walk into a room. They don't need provocative clothing. They don't obsess over perfection. They don't compete with other women. Yet somehow, everyone notices them. And once again, science confirms this. Research has shown that men are more attracted to women who display calm, relaxed communication and receptive body language. Why? Because these qualities signal confidence and effortless femininity. This is the crucial difference between chasing attraction and allowing it to flow naturally. So how can you embody feminine energy in your own life? First, let him take the initiative. When a woman takes charge of every detail, she removes a man's opportunity to make an effort. This doesn't mean being passive, it simply means leaving space for him to step forward. If he suggests going out, instead of planning everything yourself, you might respond playfully. "Oh, what do you have in mind?" If he's truly interested, he'll seek to impress you. Second, learn to enjoy the present moment. Many women sabotage connections by obsessing over the future. Will he text tomorrow? Is this serious? What if he doesn't call? That anxious energy creates pressure and pushes men away. A magnetic woman stays grounded in the present. If he reaches out, wonderful. If not, her sense of self remains intact. Her happiness doesn't depend on anyone else's attention. Third, use softer, slower communication. Your tone and pacing are powerful tools of attraction. Speaking more slowly and leaving pauses creates mystery and intrigue. Avoid sounding rushed, harsh, or defensive. Instead of jumping in to over-explain yourself, allow silence to do the work. Pauses invite curiosity and draw attention to your words. True magnetism lies less in what you say and more in how you say it. Feminine energy, then, is not a tactic, it's an art. When you relax, when you allow yourself to receive instead of chase, and when you project presence without effort, men naturally feel drawn toward you. And the most empowering part? When you master this balance, You decide who is truly worthy of your energy and who isn't. The next behavior will take your magnetism to an even higher level. Behavior number 5. Mastering the art of conversation. A captivating woman knows that real conversation goes far beyond simply exchanging words. It's not about talking endlessly, trying to dominate the discussion, or filling every silence with noise. It's about creating a connection that sparks curiosity, stirs interest, and builds an attraction that lingers long after the conversation ends. She does this not by speaking more, but by speaking with intention. She says less, but every word carries weight. She uses pauses and silence as tools to deepen the bond, creating a rhythm that feels almost magnetic. In every interaction, she allows an aura of mystery and depth to shine through. One of the biggest mistakes many women make is the urge to over-explain or overshare. They try to hold a man's attention by telling long stories, giving too many details, or talking non-stop to avoid silence. But true seduction doesn't work like that. Attraction grows stronger in the spaces between words, in the energy behind what is spoken, and in the curiosity of what is left unsaid. Studies back this up. Psychologists have found that nearly 80% of attraction is driven by nonverbal communication, tone of voice, rhythm, eye contact, and facial expression. How you say something carries far more weight than the actual words. And that's why the most magnetic women aren't the ones who talk the most. They are the ones who know how to spark curiosity, build tension, and leave an impression with just a few carefully chosen words. So what can you do to master this art? Start with eye contact. A lingering glance can communicate more than paragraphs of words ever could. Don't shy away from it. Hold his gaze for a few seconds. Let a subtle smile play at your lips, and then look away slowly. That single gesture can ignite a spark instantly. Second, resist the urge to reveal everything about yourself at once. Mystery is one of the most powerful tools of attraction. Instead of sharing your entire life story in the first conversation, leave space for discovery. Offer hints, give glimpses, and let him feel there's always more to learn about you. Try saying, "That's a funny story, but I'll tell you another time." This not only keeps curiosity alive, but also gives him a reason to see you again. Third, become skilled at asking engaging and thought-provoking questions. The best conversations are not endless monologues about yourself, but dialogues that make the other person feel alive and seen. Ask questions that open the door to imagination and emotion. If you could live in any era of history, which one would you choose? What would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? If you had to describe yourself in just 3 words, what would they be? These kinds of questions create depth and connection, making your presence unforgettable. Fourth, learn to play with your tone and pacing. The sound of your voice can turn even the simplest words into something hypnotic. Speak slowly, without rushing. Let your tone be soft but confident, playful yet steady. Don't be afraid of silence, use it. Pausing before answering draws attention to your words and creates anticipation. Instead of a flat, "That's interesting," imagine saying, Interesting," with a small pause before continuing. Suddenly, a simple phrase carries weight, mystery, and allure. The truth is that a woman who masters the art of conversation doesn't aim to overwhelm or impress, she aims to connect. She uses silence as much as speech, eye contact as much as words, and curiosity as much as answers. She creates a sense of intimacy in every exchange, leaving the other person wanting more. And that is what makes her unforgettable. Behavior number 6. Independence is the greatest aphrodisiac. A woman who has her own life, her own passions, and her own sense of purpose is magnetic in a way that can't be faked. She is intriguing, confident, and unforgettable because she is complete on her own. One of the biggest mistakes many women make is building their entire existence around a relationship. But true attraction appears when you are whole without anyone else, when your life is exciting and meaningful on its own. Think about it. A man doesn't actually want to be your entire world. What he truly desires is to be part of a universe that already feels fascinating, full, and alive. Independent women embody this naturally. They aren't waiting for someone to complete them. They don't spend their lives checking their phones, waiting for messages, or basing their happiness on someone else's approval. Instead, they pursue goals, nurture hobbies, and create experiences that light them up from within. That inner glow is what draws others closer. The most attractive women are not the ones bending over backward to please. They are the ones so invested in their own lives that people naturally want to be included. Men admire women like this because their energy radiates self-assurance, fulfillment, and stability. So how do you cultivate this kind of independence in your own life? First, have a purpose that goes beyond relationships. Don't let your happiness depend on whether someone else chooses you. Find something that excites you deeply, a career dream, a creative project, or a personal mission. When you dedicate energy to something meaningful, your presence transforms. You radiate confidence, focus, and passion. Second, surround yourself with people who uplift you. The people you spend time with shape your energy. If your circle is full of negativity, drama, or competition, your light begins to dim. But if you surround yourself with women who inspire you, friends who motivate you, and people who challenge you to grow, your magnetism increases naturally. Your energy becomes brighter because it is constantly supported and renewed. Third, never stop growing. A woman who continues to evolve will always be fascinating. Read books, travel to new places, explore hobbies, take courses, try things that challenge you. Every step of growth adds new depth to your character, new layers to your confidence, and new reasons for others to be drawn to you. A woman who invests in herself becomes more attractive with time, because her energy is alive and ever expanding. Your independence is not only about living without someone else, it's about becoming the fullest version of yourself. Your very existence, your passions, your curiosity, your sense of direction, these are your greatest sources of attraction. You don't need anyone to save you. You don't need someone to complete you. And you don't build your life around a relationship. You are already whole, and that wholeness is the most irresistible energy of all. Here's the final truth. Attraction has nothing to do with age or appearance. It has everything to do with energy. Men don't remember the woman with the most perfect looks. They remember the woman who made them feel something real. They remember the woman who stood out, whose presence lingered in their memory, who carried a unique essence that couldn't be ignored. When you begin applying these 6 behaviors: confidence, non-clinging, personal style, feminine energy, mastery of conversation, and independence, you will notice extraordinary changes. Men will look at you differently. You'll feel stronger, more self-assured, more magnetic. And you'll attract opportunities not just in love, but in every area of your life. Because attraction isn't about luck. It's about behavior. Now we want to hear from you. Which of these 6 behaviors do you feel you already embody? And which one do you want to focus on strengthening first? Share your thoughts in the comments. I love reading them. If this video resonated with you, make sure to give it a like and share it with someone who might need to hear this today. And if you'd like to keep exploring more insights on psychology, self-confidence, and personal growth, don't forget to subscribe. That way, you'll never miss the next video.